You know, picking a trading broker can feel like trying to find a needle in a haystack. So today, we're going to cut right through the noise and take a hard look at one company in particular, xChief. We're breaking down an independent review from Brokerate.io to see what they really found. All right, let's get into it.
So, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll get a quick broker snapshot, just the high-level stuff. Then, we'll look at their trading conditions on paper. After that, we get to the part I'm always most interested in, the withdrawal test. And to wrap it all up, we'll look at Brokerate's final verdict.
Okay, first things first. Let's get that high-level view, the essential facts you need to know about xChief, all based on the data Brokerate put together.
And bam, right off the bat, Brokerate.io gives xChief a score of 94. Now that's a pretty solid number, but a score is just a score, right? What really matters is what goes into that number. So let's dig a little deeper.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? Well, they've been in the game since 2014, so they're not brand new, which is a good sign. They're based out of Vanuatu, and they offer the platforms we all know, MT4 and MT5. But, and this is pretty important, look at these two no's here. No demo account and no copy trading. For anyone who relies on those features to practice or to follow other traders, that's a huge piece of the puzzle right there.
All right, next up, let's talk about the trading conditions. This is what the broker promises on paper. Let's see just how good it sounds.
And wow, the first thing that jumps out is the barrier to entry. It's super low, a minimum deposit of just $10. That tells you they're definitely open to traders who are maybe just starting out or who don't want to commit a lot of capital up front.
Then you see this, maximum leverage of 1 to 1,000. That is a lot. For traders who know what they're doing, that can offer some incredible flexibility. But, and you've heard it before, high leverage is a double-edged sword. It brings high risk right along with it.
Now here's something that'll catch a lot of people's eyes. Spreads that start from 0 pips. For anyone who trades frequently, you know that low spreads are a massive deal. They can make a real difference to your bottom line.
Okay, so everything on paper looks pretty competitive. But let's be real. This next part is the moment of truth for any broker. What happens when you actually try to get your money out? This is where we see if the promises hold up in the real world. For a lot of us, this is everything.
I absolutely love this quote from the Brokerate review. It just sets the stage perfectly. A broker that you can work with, but not as a superhero. It's so grounded. It tells you right away they're not perfect, but they get the job done. I appreciate that kind of honesty.
And here it is, the results of the test. A classic pro and con situation. The pro, it's a huge one. They got their withdrawal processed in just 2 hours using Tether. That is incredibly fast. But there's the con. They were hit with a $3 network fee, which Brokerate points out is kind of high. So you get your money at lightning speed, but you're going to pay a little extra for it.
So we've seen the specs, we've seen the trading conditions, and we've seen how they performed on the all-important withdrawal test. Now let's tie it all together and get to Brokerate's final verdict.
Okay, so here's the summary, and it's got a lot of interesting layers. Brokerate's take is that xChief is a solid choice for smaller investments, and they even put a number on it, portfolios up to about $10,000. They do point out that the regulation is on the weaker side, and for some traders that's going to be a deal breaker. On the plus side, they seem to keep a low profile. You don't find a lot of people screaming about them online, which is usually a good thing. Their website gets a thumbs up for being easy to use, and that last point really seals it. They value your time. That 2-hour withdrawal is all the proof you need.
And that really brings us to the big question, the one you have to answer for yourself. We've laid out the facts from Brokerate's review, the good, the bad, all of it. So what matters more to you? Is getting your money out super fast worth the trade-off of dealing with a broker that has lighter regulation? It's all about your personal comfort level with risk versus reward.
You know